Welcome back everybody, welcome back to my channel and to yet another news episode. You know me, when I have something exciting, awesome or interesting to share with you, I am going to do that right away. Couple days ago I received some more details from Wargaming itself, by the way, about upcoming Tier 10 Soviet Russian medium tank and heavy tank that belong under the coming soon tab in the directory at the moment, after D10 and after Object 430 version 2, yes. That back turreted Soviet medium tank line. No NDA on the details, so what I'm able to share with you today are first specs, a first preview about those upcoming Tier 10 Soviet Russian tanks. A couple pictures, full statistics, most likely that are subject to change, but at least we are able to see what Wargaming is thinking about doing to those vehicles. So without further ado, let's not waste any more time, let's jump right into the action. And let's start with the new upcoming Tier 10 Soviet Russian medium tank, back-turreted medium tank K-91, right after Object 430 version 2. And simply by looking at the stats, looking at the playstyle, I can tell you that you should start playing with your 430 version 2 at the moment if you do not have roughly, let's say, 200,000 experience already on it. Because when this vehicle comes out, this seems to be really interesting and really good Tier 10 Soviet Russian medium tank. Let's take a look at the description what Wargaming shared with me. This one will drop the rear turreted medium tank branch. The K-91 is fast and has great targeting parameters, including really awesome aiming time. Good precision allows it to snipe, and the record-setting shell velocity, 1700 meters per second shell speed, and armor penetration, really good armor penetration with APCR, further boost the long-range efficiency of the K-91. But at the same time it has relatively weak armor. This is what they said. Limited gun depression, only -5 degrees, and limited turret traverse. So most likely turret is like on Object 416 for example, not fully rotatable turret. But how does it play? Mainly as an ambusher, providing fire support from afar. The K-91 is no brawler. Its spotting range 410 meters on a Tier 10 Soviet medium tank. Lets the K-91 spot the enemies first, and its camo is fine, only slightly worse than on Object 432. This is once again what they said. Mobility is on par with other Soviet Tier 10 medium tanks, but thin armor makes surviving under enemy fire problematic. Additional obstacle to trading damage at short range is that 180 degrees firing arc of the gun, so as I said, not fully rotatable turret. But I believe enough about the description. Let's take a look at the specs and let's come up with some kind of conclusion ourselves over here. So K-91, let's take a look. Tier 10 Soviet Russian medium tank with 1800 hit points. Hit points is a little bit lower than the average hit point pool among all the rest of the Tier 10 medium tanks. I would say average is 1900 or something like that. Hull armor 140 in the front, 60 on the sides and 45 in the rear of the tank. They said that overall armor is weak, on the weaker side. 140 for a medium tank, hull armor is extremely good actually. But I can say that from the pictures, from the angles this tank has, I can say that most likely this armor is not going to hold up versus Tier 10s at least. Versus Tier 8s, Tier 9s, it can hold up maybe some bounces here and there. But 220 frontal turret armor, 140 on the sides and 60 in the rear. Once again, that right side of the turret seems to be pretty flat and quite easily penetrable for any Tier 10 medium tank even, in my opinion. And most likely the engine deck, frontal engine deck is really weak as well. Turret is not fully rotatable, so this vehicle needs good turret traverse speed and good hull traverse speed as well at the same time. Turret traverse speed is 45 and hull traverse speed is 50 degrees per second, which is quite respectable. 50 stock traverse speed per second, you can boost it up to like 57 quite easily. So yeah, I like it, I really like it. Now view range, as I said, for a Soviet medium tank, 410 meters. This this is uncharacteristically high view range, and yes indeed you can outspot a lot of other medium tanks, for example. Top speed 55, reverse speed 20, 55 once again is quite respectable. Top speed, penetration 276, 330 with premium heat most likely, and 50 with HE rounds. 276, as they said in the description, is with standard APCR ammunition. Alpha damage is 320, which is the same with 140 and D62A, but once again that record-breaking shell velocity, 1700 meters per second shell velocity. This leads me to thinking that you can actually auto-aim on moving targets as well, with almost every single shot, if you are not further than 150 meters away from the target. I would say so, because this shell velocity is just out from this world. Awesome. And really good shell velocity improves your accuracy as well, especially moving accuracy, I can say. But dispersion at 100 meters, 0.33, not bad, really not bad. I would say 0.30 to 0.34 even are kind of the same. In a nutshell, all those accuracy numbers are kind of the same. Like if accuracy is from 0.30 to 0.35, it really doesn't make that much difference. It comes down to the other gun stats like aiming time and so on, how well you're able to hit your shots. I would seriously rather take 0.35 accuracy with 1.8 second aiming time than 0.3 accuracy with 2.3 second aiming time, for example. And aiming time on this tank, as said before, is really good, 1.9 seconds stock aiming time, so you can get it down to 1.75 quite easily. Reload speed 7.68 seconds, so DPM is going to be up there if you boost it. And these are first the details about upcoming Tier 10 Soviet-Russian medium tank, back-turreted medium tank K-91. Not bad, really. Something a little bit different, I can say. Not simply copy-paste from 140 or from D62A. Something a little bit different, and it fits at the end of the Object 430 version 2, in my opinion. And moving on swiftly, because we have one more new Soviet-Russian tank to cover. Upcoming Tier 10 Soviet-Russian heavy tank, Object 277. And once again, let's start with the description. Let's see what Wargaming is saying about this tank. The Tier 10 Object 277 is an assault tank, combining mobility with protection, like T10, I would say. A true successor to everyone's favorite T10. Okay, I do not know about everyone's favorite, because T10 at the end was actually kinda weak compared to some other tanks, but okay. Object 277 builds on its strong sides, having better aiming time, better DPM and armor penetration parameters, having a greater alpha damage and larger HP pool. This tank can do everything that T10 can, but better. This is what a true successor should do, right? Like T10, the Object 277 is a heavy-medium hybrid, well suited for countering the enemy at the front line while taking key positions. Hard-hitting and agile, it allows for both aggressive attack plays and maneuverable defensive plays as well. Now let's take a look at the specs. Tier 10 Soviet-Russian heavy tank with 2200 hit points. Hit points is on the lower side, one of the lowest hit points compared to the other Tier 10 heavy tanks, but maybe mobility and armor makes up for it. Let's see. Hull armor 140, 112 and 50. Interesting. I would like to see the 3D profile once again, how the lower plate handles and how everything handles. Although, I have to say the turret is really good. It looks really good. Commander hatch is over there, but it is super tiny and really pixel hard to hit, I would say. 290 in the front of the turret, 224 on the sides and 80 in the rear. So side turret armor is extremely slopey and good, and front of the turret turret as well, but hull, well, heat goes through it quite easily, I can tell you that right away. Turret seems to be pretty slow, 26 degrees per second. Same goes to the hull traverse speed, which is 32 degrees per second, but it is quite understandable, because you cannot give this tank a medium tank traverse speed while it already has 55 kilometers per hour top speed. It is a heavy tank after all. A view range 400 meters, I can work with that. Top speed, as I said, 55, and reverse speed 15. Reverse speed 15, this is kind of bad, but oh well. You can always use that W key more. Penetration 265, 350 with premium heat, and 65 with HE. Alpha damage numbers 490, 490, and 640. So higher alpha damage and higher penetration than D10, because D10 has 440 alpha damage, yes, 440. And the same alpha damage as on IS-7, for example, on this tank now. Accuracy 0.35, I like it, I really do like it. You can easily get it down to 0.33, aiming time 2.5 seconds, and reload time 11.5 seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, Object 277. Kind of a, I don't know, kind of a IS-7, I would say, super IS-7-ish tank now, with that kind of alpha damage, top speed, mobility, gun handling as well, kind of an IS-7's gun handling, but yeah, it is not too bad looking heavy tank, I have to say. It fits after D10, most definitely. So first preview about Object 277, upcoming Tier 10 Soviet-Russian heavy tank, and K-91, upcoming Tier 10 Soviet-Russian medium tank. And I believe I am done. This was my today's episode to you. Hopefully it was informative, helpful, maybe a little bit. Now at least you know what you are working for when you are playing with D10 or 430 version 2. Those are going to be our next tanks. Let me know what you think about them in the comments down below. And if you are already there down below, maybe you can check out my Beast Mode Care store. Maybe there is something for you. Site is always improving, easier to order, easier to select sizes and everything else. Maybe there is something for you. Check it out. I love you all. Stay awesome, take care, and bye.